Maen nhw'n dweud wrtha i mod i wedi gofyn dros 400 o gwestiynau i 2 brif weinidog ers i mi ddod yn arweinydd y blaid ym mis Medi 2018. Gai gymeryd y cyfle olaf hwn i ddiolch i chi, brif weinidog. Nid peth hawdd yw arwain plaid, ond anoddach fyth ydy arwain gwlad, ac ma'ch ymroddiad chi a'ch aberth personol yn arbennig dros y blynyddoedd heriol ddiwethaf yn destun dyled a diolchgarwch fythol o'n rhan ni gyd. Hoffwn innau gymeryd y cyfle hefyd i ddiolch i bawb sydd wedi gweithio gyda fi, pawb sy'n yn cefnogi yma yn y Senedd, i chi llywydd am eich cyngor tawel a'ch ymynedd, ac i bawb sydd wedi dangos caredigrwydd i mi yn ystod y dyddiau diwethaf. Mae'r diolch olaf, ond pwysicaf oll, i'n teulu sydd yn bresennol heddiw ac sydd yn edrych mlaen, mae'n siŵr, i dipyn mwy o bresenoldeb unau dros y blynyddoedd sydd o'n blaenau. First Minister's questions has always been more duty than pleasure to me. I think I may be speaking for us both there, despite the fact that you've become annoyingly good at this part of the job. Though I've often felt like a promising student being handed back a B- with a look of theatrical disappointment, I've always treated this aspect of the role with the seriousness it deserves. Good government needs good scrutiny, and accountability is the bedrock of any democracy. Not just for governments, but oppositions too. And that means not just seeking responsibility in others, but accepting it oneself, painful though that sometimes may be. But the wellspring of hope in politics lies most fully not in finding fault, but in finding solutions. And that is always, everywhere, a collective endeavour. In the middle of the storm, you must cling to your anchor. And the crucible moment for me, to which I always return, is early one morning in 1984, at the side of the road outside Betws Mine, where I stood at dawn in my school uniform, the rain running down my cheek, arm in arm with my brother and my father, my mother's words of determined encouragement still ringing in our ears. A picket line which suddenly, instinctively surges forward as one to become a human shield, to defend not ourselves, but one another. In a sense, my entire political life has been a continual search for that sense of unity and solidarity in the struggle for justice and equality. It's in these last 16 months that I have found those resources of hope again. That politics can change lives, and in deciding to change lives together, we can change the nature of politics itself. So that the striking miner's son, once on free school meals himself, helps make them universal. That the young activist who occupied an executive home, gold taps and all, in Carmel, Carmarthenshire during the 1988 Newport Eisteddfod, helps create the most radical package of measures on the housing crisis seen anywhere in the United Kingdom. That the English monoglot boy from Amman Valley Comp helps create a future Cymru where Cymraeg belongs to all. That is not down to me. That is down to us. A sense of us that you and I and our colleagues shaped between us. For what is the social in socialism and the national in Welsh nationalism, if not the idea that there is something which connects us beyond our own self-interest, bigger even than the narrow confines of party loyalty? And so perhaps, as I leave this leader's lectern behind me, I can be candid about the political truth that dare not speak its name. We disagreed on many things, perhaps most notably Welsh independence, though I'm not alone in thinking that your performance as First Minister has often felt like an extended audition to become in the future Welsh Republic our version of Michael D. Higgins. But for all our disagreements, there was always... It is a compliment coming from this side. But for all our disagreements, there was always a common core. Mabon acheo, cehadi achri gabar. We are two socialists from Carmarthenshire, hewn from the same root, on the left wing of both our parties, who, through design or default, we will leave it to others to decide, have ended up implementing policies in many areas more radical than either of our manifestos. But beyond us, there is a deeper truth that will outlast us. That in this place, what unites most of us is ultimately more important and more enduring than anything that divides us. This chamber is circular for good reason. Making sense of the Senedd means you must understand that we're not here to create a mini Westminster, but to build a better Wales together. To be not an arena of antagonism, but a Senedd in search of a new synthesis, where the different truths we represent are combined anew in pursuit of the common good. It took a long while for this gay council house boy from Tumble to have pride in himself. I never would have believed back then that I would get to sit in this chair. I want the youth of our country, women and men in equal number, every race, every creed, LGBTQ+ and disabled, the working class especially, to feel as if this place belongs to them, represents them, speaks for them as much as it does for anyone. I want them to see people like them occupying my chair, your chair, every chair. So as we commit now to widening the circle of the Senedd even further, will you promise me, Prif Weinidog, to build on the work that between us we've begun, to turn this place for the future of our nation into the most fully inclusive 360-degree democracy anywhere, where every voice is heard equally, so every life can be lived equally, fully and well. So I know, and you know, we have used our time together here to the best of our shared purpose.
Yeah.